トですよこいつは。
Alright, rise and shine YouTube. My name is Tsele, and after waiting for so long, at last, Sucker Punch released a brand new 18-minute gameplay video as promised, giving us a small taste by showcasing some of the new features regarding exploration, combat, character customization, photo mode and samurai cinema. So guys, without further ado, here I've got 10 new things that we'll learn for Ghost of Tsushima from the new gameplay. So number 1, since there will be no waypoints on the game, we will be using what's known as the guiding wind at any time to help us navigate to all kinds of locations on the island, whether that's a specific point chosen from the map or to a place like this farmstead taken over by the Mongoose, where in this instance Jin will have to rescue the hostages, moreover to progress through the next story moment or to help us find rare collectibles scattered across Tsushima Island. Number 2. Using the guiding wind to traverse around the island will only be useful to reach destinations, find collectibles and other important stuff, provided that are charted on the map or Jin knows of their existence in the world. However, for things yet to be discovered, we'll have to keep our eyes open for visual cues, like smokestacks on the horizon that indicate people in need of help, trees with interesting and odd shapes, or even animals that will behave a certain way in order to get our attention. Number 3. It seems like Sucker Punch gave a great emphasis to the animal kingdom, since Jin will rely a lot on animals, especially while exploring. As can be seen here, when Jin will follow some of the birds, apparently those with a more distinct and bizarre coloring that will lead him to points of interest such as hidden locations. Additionally, when a fox is found and followed, will guide Jin to shrines well hidden across the map. Number 4. After Jin will visit or discover a certain location, he will be able to return back at it with the help of fast travel. Number 5. It was made very clear that the world of Ghost of Tsushima will be filled with materials, resources, supplies and other stuff that Jin will be able to collect in order to use them later, presumably for crafting. Some of those will be completely exposed and in great numbers out in the open, like wood or bamboo for example, while others will be well hidden and more rare to find, like linen this seen here. Thus further exploration in either the most easy/obvious areas like this abandoned building or the most difficult, risky and unlikely places will for sure prove extremely rewarding for those players that will choose to put the extra time to find and collect them. Number 6. Now moving from exploration into combat. As speculated and now confirmed, we'll have the choice to play Jin as an honorable samurai that will have a direct approach towards the Mongol enemies, challenging them into lethal standoffs where being extremely precise in order to make every strike count with no wasted energy will be top priority, since Jin will be surrounded by numerous enemies with this approach every time. So using long-ranged weapons such as the bow, deflecting enemy arrows, parrying at the very last moment to open them up, and switching from stone to water stance to inflict the most damage possible against different enemy types will be some of the actions necessary to be taken in order to ensure Jin's survival. Last but not least, while playing a samurai, after the end of a battle, Jin, in case he wishes to, he has the option to bow and pay his respect towards a fallen enemy. Alternatively, for people like me who are playing stealthily using different tricks, gadgets and sneaking from behind, striking fear in the hearts of enemies while keep being invisible is your playstyle, there's also the option for playing with Jin as the dishonorable ghost. As the ghost, Jin forgets about honor and uses every dirty trick that he can think up to achieve his goals. Benefiting by the cover of the night, he can use distractions to lure enemies to their deaths, such as the wind chime while striking from behind, firecrackers while performing the death from above, headshotting silently with a heavy bow, and using smoke bombs to evade or make an unseen attack while throwing kunais with lethal precision to eliminate the remaining enemies quickly are just few of the available options. So after some time playing as the ghost, the Mongoose will learn to fear Jin, meaning even the feeling of fear can turn against them and to our advantage. Finally, when there's the necessity for Jin to move silently and quickly from one point to another, when R2 on the DualShock is pressed, he can use a handy grappling hook to make that possible. Number 7. At the very end of the infiltration mission playing as the Ghost, we see that Jin can use the Mongoo's own weapons against them. What remains unclear for me though is if this ability will become available while in combat. Meaning if we're gonna be able to disarm them and use a specific weapon against them, or if simply just like here, it means that we can ignite bombs, making them some kind of explosive traps, taking out lots of enemies all at once. I guess at this point it won't be long till we'll find out, but honestly I have faith that it will end up being the first case scenario I mentioned, since the devs with this gameplay barely scratched the surface, showing us only the very basics. Number 8. Since we'll be able to choose between Jin as Samurai or the Ghost, we will also have a choice on customizing the set of armor he will be wearing. The purpose behind that isn't purely aesthetics and looks, since the armor in the game will provide us with different mechanical advantages, ascending our playstyle. So while exploring the open world, eventually we will come across to what's known as Omamori charms. These charms will give us the upper hand in battle, since Jin will develop brand new techniques that will eventually turn him from a samurai to the legendary Ghost. That said, what's even more incredible is the fact that we get to decide how those techniques will evolve as time passes by, having full control of the skill tree. Now coming back to the looks, when exploring the world while discovering different kinds of flowers, aka dye flowers, when a certain amount will be found, eventually we'll be able to alter the color of Jin's armor, which means that not only we can customize our playstyle, but also to give a very distinct and personal look. Number 9. Photo mode is something I really look forward to experiment with in Ghost of Tsushima, with features such as color grading, controlling the depth of field, altering Jin's emotion and movement, choose the direction, speed, fireflies or leaves that the wind blows away, and finally the thing that got me really excited is the ability to create, instead of just a still photo, a video while choosing a track from GOT's official score that might be more suitable. This feature I'm pretty sure that will prove extremely helpful from a YouTuber standpoint of view when creating content, because it will give us complete freedom and make our lives easier while trying to strike the perfect angle. Number 10. The Samurai Cinema. If you are a fan of samurai movies, this mode is definitely made for you, since when it's active, which by the way it can be done from the very beginning, it applies a rainy, windy, black and white grained out effect on the game, transforming it to an old but really impressive samurai movie. There you have it guys, these were 10 new things that we'll learn about the game from the brand new gameplay show that's State of Play. That said, please let me know what you think by writing your thoughts down the comment section and let's have a discussion. Also don't forget to drop a like and consider pushing the red button for more gaming content that is coming very soon. I really hope that everyone's gonna have an amazing day or night, whatever you're going to do, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye!